The Three Musketeers. D'Artagnan is a fun and exciting historical adventure story that never gets boring. It has lots of action, clever conversations, and beautiful places. It's perfect for people who love watching modern movies. Men in this story have guns and swords, while women have clever ways of hiding things and using their charm. Charles d'Artagnan comes to Paris in 1627 to become a musketeer and serve the king and country. This first part of Martin Bourboulon's fancy project part to coming soon is smartly written, energetically performed, and thoroughly enjoyable. It is expected to do well at the box office. Currently, the movie has been sold in many places, but there are still important English-speaking regions where it hasn't been sold yet. This movie always goes full speed ahead and proudly takes advantage of the big screen for moviegoers. More than 40 movies have been made based on Alexander Dumas' 1844 novel. In these movies, actors like Douglas Fairbanks, Gene Kelly, and Jean-Paul Belmondo have played the role of D'Artagnan. In this show, D'Artagnan is acted by Francois Civil, Athos by Vincent Cassel, Porthos by Pio Marmaille, and Aramis by Roman Duris. D'Artagnan is a hard-working musketeer. Athos is played by Vincent Cassel, Porthos is played by Pio Marmaille, and Aramis is played by Roman Duris. Add Louis Garrel as King Louis XIII, Vicky Krieps as his wife, Anne of Austria, and Eva Green as crafty and cunning villainous Milady de Winter, and you can be sure that there is always a talented person on screen saying or doing something that moves the story forward. When the movie begins, France has been in a state of peace for some time under King Louis XIII. His brother is getting married soon, but the king's advisors believe they should be preparing for war instead of a fancy wedding. Cardinal Richelieu, played by Eric Ruff, is someone who is regarded as a reliable and knowledgeable advisor. However, there might be reasons to question his trustworthiness in this role. A king doesn't have people he is close to. He has people who obey him and people who don't like him, he explains. The Protestants in La Rochelle, who are loyal to the King of England, are showing indications that they are planning to harm Catholics. However, the French Queen has secretly started a relationship with the Duke of Buckingham. They have very dangerous meetings that use small boats and waiting horses on each side of the English Channel. The Queen gives something to Buckingham as a sign of her love, but then she realizes she needs to get it back quickly. Please feel free to move closer to the edge of your chair. Motivations are reasons why someone would do something. In this case, the motivations are solving a murder, saving a friend who was wrongly accused of a crime, keeping a secret about a member of the royal family that could cause problems, and joining a religious group undercover. These motivations are important and have serious consequences. The playful romantic connection between D'Artagnan and Constance, who is a confident and sharp confidant of the Queen, is both affectionate and suggests a strong sexual attraction. Both men and women typically live each day as if it could be their final day. Nobody ever takes a long time to make a decision. Action is the best way to go, or planning that will lead to action is also good. Everyone's body and brain are ready to go as fast as they can, but it's not tiring to watch. It's enjoyable. This film may not be excellent, but it is cleverly made and unashamedly enjoys using the movie theater to entertain people. No other version before has had as many technical advances available. There are long shots in the video where you feel like you are there, and there are many things happening at the same time in different parts of the video. Beautiful places are well lit, sometimes with candles, to make them look even better. The writer uses humor when D'Artagnan unintentionally insults 3 men and agrees to fight 3 duels on his first day in Paris. Changes happen very quickly sometimes, but they are not difficult to understand. The night before D'Artagnan reached the capital city, someone shot him and buried him in a shallow grave, but he managed to come out of the grave coughing. There is a clever explanation with several surprising turns. D'Artagnan becomes a musketeer quickly because of his bravery and impressive skills. In the exciting conclusion of Part 1, something bad happens to him that will make viewers really want to know what happens next. Milady, probably survived because Part 2 is named after her. Even though she had an unpleasant experience in Part 1, we should support any reason to bring Eva Green back to life. Do we really need another version of the Three Musketeers? The first thing the new version should do is convince us that the answer is yes. But this new version fails to do so, making it must have been really enjoyable. Because which young actor doesn't want to run around on a horse and have exciting sword fights? But watching it isn't as enjoyable. It is just noise and energy, without any plan or purpose. The movie uses the same material as previous versions of the story. We find out that the Musketeers promise to protect the king, and that the bad Cardinal Richelieu has broken them up as part of his plan to take over France. However, the Three Musketeers do not want to stop being active and give up their duties, their names. Like when kids in school knew them, are Aramis Charlie Sheen, Athos Kiefer Sutherland, and Porthos Oliver Platt, and they have one more person joining them, a young and enthusiastic D'Artagnan, played by Chris O'Donnell, who recently had success in a different role in Scent of a Woman. Tim Curry portrays Richelieu in the movie, usually. Tim Curry is able to bring out the humorous side of a bad guy character, but he doesn't find much humor in the Cardinal's role. He is attracted to the beautiful Melody Rebecca de Mornay, who has her own plans. In the movie, there is a queen character acted by Gabrielle Anwar. She is portrayed as a helpless pawn. Gabrielle Anwar is known for her role in Scent of a Woman, where she danced the tango with Al Pacino. For every true adaptation of the story of the Musketeers, there is another adaptation that includes unrealistic elements like flying ships or dogs, pretending to be humans. It seems like the French people are fed up, and they have taken back their old novel to make a two-part movie. The second part will come out at the end of 2023. Director Martin Bourboulin has done a great job of adapting Alexandre Dumas' work. He made some smart changes to the plot and included lots of exciting action. This is the best Dumas adaptation in a long time. In the year 1627, a young man named D'Artagnan is going to Paris to join a group called the Musketeers. On his way, he unexpectedly comes across a violent fight. This is important because it shows a connection between the Queen, Anne of Austria, and an English minister. Melody and her boss Richelieu are trying to control this connection. D'Artagnan and his new friends need to stop these plans in order to rescue the Queen and King. Louis XIII. The main actors in the movie are good, even before you meet the three main characters, Athos, Aramis, and Porthos. This means that it is like a French version of the Avengers, with people wearing fancy costumes and wigs. But what really makes it different is how cleverly it is able to adapt. Bourboulin follows Dumas closely for famous scenes like when D'Artagnan first meets his friends, and when Athos's past is revealed, but he is not overly obedient to the original text. He brings up important religious and political concerns to add complexity to the action-packed fight scenes, which are filmed in long continuous shots. This also makes Dumas' daring adventures more relevant to modern times.
Thanks for watching our video. As we wrap things up, we want to say a big thank you for being a part of our awesome community. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our future adventures. We appreciate all the likes, comments, and support you've given us. It's because of viewers like you that we're able to keep creating great content. So stay tuned for more exciting videos coming your way. Remember, you're the reason we do what we do. Without you, our channel wouldn't be the same. So, until next time, take care, stay awesome, and keep spreading the positivity. See you soon.